Okay, so to start our gift tags, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to see if Cricut has any gift tag images or shapes that I can kind of use as a foundation. So let's see. And I don't, since I'm going to be doing these with chipboard, I don't want anything too complicated. So this one actually looks kind of perfect. Let's see if there's any other ones here. See, I like all of these, but they're way too, that will be way too hard for my chipboard. This one is perfect. Okay, this is the one I'm going to use. And all right, so now that I have the tag that I want to use, I'm going to just size this to what I think would make sense for a gift tag. So I don't want them to be gigantic. So I think like 4x3 should be a good, 4x3 is actually pretty big. Maybe 3x2. Yeah, I think 3x2 is good. So I'm gonna just change the color just because I don't like looking at that green. And so for my chipboard, what I want to do is I want my Cricut to not only cut this out, but I want it to add the name on it for me. But first I'm going to duplicate these because I'm going to do a couple of gift tags. So the first one I'm going to do, let's see, we have to find a writing text first. So what I like to do to find a writing font, a true writing font, is I like to filter and I like to do writing. So if you choose a font that is not meant to be a writing font, you're going to end up with bubble letters. So we can find a font that we want to use. I like to use like just a really simple kind of skinny font. This looks perfect. Okay, so this font Alien is what I will use for my tags. So I'm just gonna say to Mom, love, Lauren. All right, so now that I have my text, we can place it onto our tags to see how we want to size this. So I want it to be like pretty big, so I think that is perfect. So I'm gonna just duplicate this 2 more times so I have the exact same font and the exact same size for my other 2 tags. So to make sure that our Cricut knows we want the machine to write on this tag is we want to highlight both the tag and the text, and we want to hit attach. So now this is telling our machine we want you to write on our tag. So we'll do that with the other 2 as well. So now instead of Mom, I'm going to do Dad on this one. Move it over, highlight both the text and the tag, and hit attach. Last one is going to say to Alex, that's my brother, and I'll just move it over here, highlight everything, and hit attach. So now our machine knows, hey, we want you to cut out this tag and we want you to write on it as well. So now that we have our tags ready to go, we can come over here to make it. So you can see our machine is ready to go. I'm just going to space these out a little bit. Those are a little close for me. Hit continue. So it'll find our machine up here. Okay, so the chipboard or the cut setting we're going to use is this heavy chipboard here. And so it's telling us that we need to make sure we move our star wheels all the way over to the right, make sure it's no wider than 11 inches, and it's secured to the strong grip mat using masking tape on all 4 sides. So I will switch you guys over to the camera and show you how to do all that. And you can also see down here we need to load our pen and our knife blade. All right, so first things first, so I have my piece of chipboard here, and I know like using just plain brown chipboard seems like, seems kind of like boring, but honestly I feel like it has a good like rustic quality to it that I like. So I like to just use it how it is, but you can, you know, spray paint it, you can put vinyl on it, you can probably do whatever you want, but I personally like how it looks. So you can see this is on my strong grip purple mat. Now we have it on here. I'm going to just use some artist tape and mask it down to all 4 sides. Now somebody on my Instagram, I think they said, oh, do you have to let the chipboard sit on it, like sit on the mat for 24 hours to like really stick? I did not know that was a thing, so I have not done that, and I will not do that today. If you feel like that will help your chipboard stay better, then by all means feel free to do that. I don't know if the Cricut website says to do that or not, but I did not do that, so, and it works fine for me, so it's just maybe personal preference, I don't know. And like I mentioned in my other chipboard tutorial, if this is like a last minute thing and you need to like leave the house and with your craft in like the next hour, I would not do that, because chipboard does take quite a while to cut. Because what your machine does with the knife blade it goes over it and like passes. So it'll do a light pass, and it'll just keep going for, you know, as many passes as it needs to do. So it's definitely it is definitely time consuming. So we have our mat ready to go. I have my knife blade in here. So let's see if you can see this. So I have my knife blade here, and it has like these little teeth. So you're gonna just line up the blade teeth with the teeth that are in the machine, just so it kind of works like a gear. And then we want to put our pen in as well. So I'm going to use my Cricut pen, and we're just going to put this in the other cartridge here, and we're going to make sure that it clicks into place like that. So that's locked and loaded. That's good to go. Now the last thing we have to do is just move all these are the star wheels. Just move these to the right. I'm going to leave that one right where it is, but so move all of these. And the reason is because these have little grooves on them that will ruin your chipboard, or it'll like groove into your chipboard. Okay, so we have our thing taped down, we have our knife blade, we have our pen. I think that's it. So we can load our mat. and we can start to cut. Okay, so first it's gonna draw on our chipboard first, and I can see I put my tape too close for the first one, so it's drawing on the tape, but that's okay. You'll still get the idea once it starts to cut. Alright, so now it's going to switch over and it's going to detect our knife blade. Okay, so you can see that it's starting to cut our tags out, and it's cutting one of 24 passes. So it's going to have to go through 24 times to get the tag shape cut out of the chipboard. In my experience, it doesn't always take the full 24 passes, and you can pause it to see, you know, if your tags are finished or if they're already cut, so it doesn't have to go through all 24, but it does take quite a while. So this is what it looks like on your machine when it starts to cut the chipboard with your knife blade. Okay, so I just paused my machine and I just want to see, so if you can see, my tags are pretty much cut. So that was about, I think, it was like 12 passes, I think, that it went through. And you can see on my laptop here, it says that I paused my machine. So I can either cancel out or I can resume the cut. So if I hit the arrows, it's gonna cancel it. And if I hit the resume or the Cricut button here, it'll resume the cut. So I think these are done. So I'm going to cancel the cut and I'm gonna have these get taken out. Okay, so you guys can see what I meant, that this masking tape got a little too close to the chipboard, so this one is kind of useless. So that is a good lesson. Make sure wherever you're putting your tape on your chipboard that it doesn't cover wherever your design is or wherever your blade might be cutting. So that one is useless. But our other two look awesome. So I'm just gonna poke out the rest of this for the whole, but I think that is like so cute. It's like a little gift tag. So we have these cute little gift tags. Super easy, and honestly, this is a good project for, you know, if you need to like do a bunch of laundry, do stuff around the house, you can just set your machine and like literally just leave it alone. You know, come back and check on it and make sure it doesn't like blow up, but it shouldn't, but just make sure everything's good. But great, easy, super cute project and perfect for the holidays. So I hope this was helpful, and happy crafting.